Good evening. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope you're well. This is one of those impromptu lives, as I'm prone to do. If you follow the channel at all, you know that happens sometimes with Dave Knapp. Sometimes we just go live. Real reason I'm going live tonight is I'm actually testing out a green screen behind me. I want to know how that looks for everybody, right? How's it look? Can you tell that that's a green screen? Obviously, you can probably tell, but hopefully it looks a little bit better than what you're used to in the past. So that's the idea. The idea is that we can give this kind of a uniform look when we do these lives. So I kind of went with a neon theme. I like that with some of the old tried and true colors of the channel. Excited to bring these out on the Friday night live tomorrow. So want to give you all just a couple housekeeping things. Welcome, BJ. Welcome, Lauren. Appreciate you joining tonight. A couple housekeeping things. Tomorrow we've got a great Friday Night Live in store for you. Put it in the comments if you've joined us on a Friday Night Live. I would love to see that. Sue, my favorite YouTuber, my favorite Sue the Dude. Sheena, welcome. Thanks for joining. So yeah, I'm glad. Sounds like good feedback so far. I think the biggest thing that I was concerned about with the green screen is it takes up a little bit more computer RAM to run the green screen, and I didn't want this to come through super choppy. So if you could just put it in the chat for me and let me know if this is coming through free and clear for you without being too choppy. The other reason that I wanted to pop on tonight is to follow up. Jamie, welcome. Want to follow up with a blog post. So hopefully some of you have had the chance to go over to the new website, which is manontheweb.com, where we have set up a forum for just a general discussion on all things GLP-1 related. Also, it's where I'm blogging. So one of the things that you don't know, or perhaps maybe some of you are learning, is that I do enjoy making a video, but I actually enjoy writing more. I enjoy writing, and it's a good outlet for me. It's sometimes I don't even process things until I write them out. I don't know if any of you have experience with that. Sue asked, what mic am I using? I'm actually using the Yeti tonight. How's that sound? I'm probably louder now that I have it up by my face. Is it loud enough or is it not loud enough? Curious. I can turn that up a little bit, especially since I've got it kind of away from my face. But yeah, so I like writing, and I did a blog post today, just a reflective blog post about my journey and the speed at which I am losing weight on Mounjaro. That speed to me has felt slow at times, but I think that in general, it is easy to compare to other stories that you hear online and other people's experiences, which is a trap. All right. I always warn people that is a trap. Thank you for everyone who has mentioned that the stream is coming in clear and the volume is good. I appreciate that feedback. So I wanted to follow up, in addition to just kind of checking everything over for the Friday Night Live tomorrow. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the foods that I've been eating while I'm on Mounjaro. So a lot of people are following a strict protocol of diet, and I do not advocate against that in any way. So the precursor to this that I'm going to give you is that I have had a long and storied history with crash dieting. It happens to me every year. It usually lasts 2 to 3 months at best. And when I crash hard, and I come back heavier than I started with. Okay, so that's just the context for me. And I talk about in this blog post, again, at manontheweb.com, I talk about in this blog post how it's very easy for me to look at my success so far as being slow. But when I put in the historical perspective of the crash diet pattern that I have experienced all of my adult life, I'm very thankful for the speed at which I have lost weight because it's been slow and it's been steady. Now, I am fast approaching 3 months on Mounjaro, and 3 months would be the time that I would be giving up under the pressure and under the weight of whatever diet that I was on. And I am so thankful to be as energized on day 79 as I was on day one about this journey, because Mounjaro has given me a gift. It has given me the gift of fixing what is biologically broken and perhaps some things that have been mentally broken as well as it relates to my relationship with food. So with that context of where I've been, I want to share a little bit of what I've been eating. So I've been eating from time to time things like this, right? Doritos. I can't tell you the last time I had a Dorito. Now, I'm not saying I sit around and eat a bag of Doritos, but I'm not afraid to buy a bag of Doritos at the store because I know that I'll eat a few and then I'll be fine. I had this weird aversion to any sort of carbohydrate because of the keto roller coaster that I've lived on for the last almost 20 years of my life. And some of the other things that I've eaten. So I did a tally up today. And in that 79 days, I've been through the drive-through 5 times at McDonald's. And I've gotten fries all 5 times. And we might say, well, that's not healthy. And it's not nutritionally the best option. But I haven't had French fries really in very much, at least in the last almost 20 years, very sparingly. What I'm learning is I don't have to have an aversion to certain foods. I have to have control over the frequency with which I allow myself to have those things. But there's nothing inherently wrong with eating those foods. And so there's a rewiring in my brain that's going on. And again, this is my journey. It's not your journey. We all have a different path to take here to being healthy and whole. And as I say that, 5 days of drive-through out of almost tomorrow will be 80 days is not a lot. It's moderation, right? And I think moderation is one of the tools that Mounjaro has helped me to really tap into. So it's not all Doritos and drive-throughs. In fact, it's very sparingly, but I'm not avoiding those foods like the plague, like I used to, which I think has helped me perhaps tap into a little bit more of the longevity of the long game here of what foods am I going to allow myself to eat. Now, Mounjaro, I am a type 2 diabetic, so there is a certain amount of carb watching that I'm still doing. I'm still trying to not go over 75 carbs in a day. And that's going to be a pretty carb heavy day for me. Now, I've also eaten pizza 3 or 4 times over that 80 days. And, I'm going to go over on those days. And my glucose monitor tells me that I went over. But Mounjaro helps me get right back down to where I need to be in a normal time frame, which is another gift of Mounjaro. Now, a normal daily rhythm for me is that I will try to eat some protein in the morning. And if I can, I try to just stretch that out until dinner time. And dinners, my wife is very good at making whole food meals. So that's what we enjoy at night. It might be like a sheet pan bake with some baked potato, green beans, onions, peppers, that kind of deal, with maybe some sausage mixed in there. We do a lot of things with cauliflower around here. So cauliflower rice is a substitute that we use quite frequently. We had like chicken bowls, like a bowl that you would get at like Chipotle or something with cauliflower rice last night. So we are eating very balanced and well-rounded, which is giving me this feeling of I'm not depriving myself of things, and I'm not rewarding myself with things. I'm simply just sort of trying to eat intuitively. Like, what is my body telling me that I need right now? Do I need protein or do I need some carbohydrates? And again, because I'm type 2, I can't overeat on the carbohydrates or I do feel terrible. And that's even with Mounjaro. If my blood sugar spikes, I need a nap like that. So yeah, that's people have asked, and I'm telling you, and I'm just being really honest. I'm trying to rewire some broken things in my brain, and Mounjaro is really giving me, it's the tool that's giving me the ability to do that in a way that I haven't been able to tap into in my entire adult life. I want to pause and just respond to some people in the chat here. Jamie De La Luz, hopefully I'm saying that name right, unless it's Jaime. I lost a lot of weight on Mounjaro, especially when I was doing a carnivore diet, and my A1C is 5.3. Interesting. That sounds very successful. You said when I on Mounjaro. So is that in the past, or are you still taking it? I'm curious. Abby, hi. Thanks for joining. Appreciate you. Appreciate all the comments on the videos today. Those of you in BJ Davis's Discord know that I'm very close to the monetization level on this channel. So everybody's been pulling together like friends to push me over the edge, and I appreciate each and every one of you, especially Abby's been commenting on all the videos today. Let's see. Asia McKenzie, do you just take Mounjaro? What about other meds for your type 2? Going into Mounjaro, I was on phentermine, and I was also on metformin to help control my sugars because I couldn't sustain keto anymore. I had been on it for a solid 9 months. I mean, really 12 months, but I stopped the keto the last couple months and just went low carb, and my sugars couldn't take it. So I was on metformin for a couple of months. I hated it. It made me feel terrible. And I really wasn't good about taking it because it made me feel so terrible. Now, Mounjaro is the only medicine that I'm on. And I don't know if I've really shared much of an update with you all on the glucose monitor. I'm just going to pull it up here and see where I'm at. Let's see. So these are my average glucoses. You're probably not going to be able to see that. They're good. Just trust me. The average, it says, is 93 milligrams per deciliter, which is well under pre-diabetic numbers. So it's controlling it well, and I'm so thankful for the gift that Mounjaro has been to me. T Royal, hello everyone. Hello to you. Thanks for joining. I don't know that I've seen, there's a couple names in here tonight that I don't remember seeing on lives before. So if you're here, I always like to remind people to hit the like, hit the bell, and hit the subscribe button. If you're not already subscribed, subscribe. If you haven't hit the bell for notifications, I do a lot of live streams, and this is really fun for me. I like to answer people's questions and get on and just chat and help grow the community. Mrs. Bell, welcome. So good to have you here. And so, yeah, you want to subscribe and hit the bell so that you can join us when we do things like this. And at the top of the stream, BJ and a couple other people had mentioned that they got a notification, which was great. Asia says she can't do keto or metformin. A bad reaction to both. Worked fine at first and then just made me feel bad. I think that's a lot of people's story, especially with the metformin. And, you know, I don't feel bad when I'm on keto. I can't live that way forever. I crash too hard off of keto. And Asia's starting Mounjaro tomorrow. No need to be nervous. Be excited. Be very excited, because you are about to tap into a miracle in modern medicine. And if the comments and the anecdotes that you hear on YouTube channels or Reddit is scaring you about taking it, turn them off and don't go back there. Just let your experience be what it is. The main thing that people feel when they first start it is maybe a little bit of nausea. So maybe be ready for that. And because you're not going to be eating very much, you're going to be shedding a lot of electrolytes. You're supposed to drink extra water. That also sheds your electrolytes. So you might want to take an electrolyte supplement, but you're going to be just fine, I'm sure. Jamie started a carnivore diet, 0 carb and 0 sugars, and that helped lower the A1C from 9.7, and now A1C is 5.3. Yeah, the keto and carnivore way of life is really tremendous for diabetics. I mean, it turns things around. It's just, can you sustain it? I haven't been able to. And the other thing that I've shared on this channel too is I don't lose weight on it. I just simply do not lose weight on keto, which is what had my doctor sending me the way of Mounjaro. Jess said, hey, I didn't know you were going to live. I have to go back and catch it. I wasn't going to, but I did. Actually explained at the top of the stream, I'm testing out a green screen tonight behind me. I just had the normal background that I had, and I wasn't loving all the white, and wanted to give these streams from home like the same kind of look and feel when I did them. So got the green screen up. Also got some lighting if you can see the reflections, I got a lot of lights all over. I actually started a marketing company. I did a stream where I talked about that a while ago, but I don't do it anymore, but I am still in marketing, and I pulled out some old equipment I had in storage to kind of light things up a little bit. So I was thankful that I had that because I didn't have to spend any money for it. So that was great. Let's see. YouTube, Bobby and Whitney. All right. I've tried every weight loss drug, and Mounjaro's been the only one that worked for me. Good for you. I mean, you're here. We've all been in that boat. I'm sure you tried phentermine and some of the others. Did you try any GLP-1s before you tried Mounjaro? I'm curious to know. Mrs. Bell's scared to do keto. She's going to continue to do her way. And I skipped your question. You had a question? How are you doing on the higher doses? Oh, pray all is well. Sorry, I missed that, Mrs. Bell. It's hard to talk and track at the same time sometimes, but I am doing great on the higher doses. Matter of fact, I feel in the last 10 days, I've had probably the best suppression that I've ever had on Mounjaro. And it's not just been the suppression. It's actually been like when I eat, the cue of feeling full is coming in a way that it never has for me on the previous doses. I just really think there's something to being type 2 diabetic and the way that your body responds slower to Mounjaro. So whatever that's worth. Asia said, Jamie says lost 57 pounds. When I got to the 10, my blood sugar was dropping often. Are you type 2 diabetic? Curious to know, Jamie. Asia said, thanks for the advice. Got my anti-nausea meds. Yeah, a lot of people are being prescribed Zofran right off the bat, which is probably smart. You lose weight on keto, but you're having issues with migraines and using the bathroom. Yeah, it's no fun. Yeah, migraines. My doctor always said sodium. Watch your sodium levels. Sue YouTube says that white brick wall was looking hostage video proof life. I'm extra glad I got the green screen now, Sue, and nobody's holding me hostage here, I promise. Except some days it feels like my 4 children are holding me hostage. That's great. Glad it's working for you. Yes, Sue YouTube, 57 pounds. Yeah, Jamie lost 57 pounds. That's awesome. Well, I'm going to wrap this stream up. It was only intended to be a few minutes long. Just wanted to kind of piggyback on my blog post again at manontheweb.com. Hope you'll check it out. Hope you join the group. Also, if you haven't before, hop over to BJ Davis's Discord. I'll make sure. I'm going to probably be a little bit late adding the links tonight, but BJ Davis's Discord, go back to my last video. It's all linked in there. That's where all my peeps hang. And what else? I don't think there was anything else. I appreciate all the feedback everybody gave me tonight. I just wanted to set up for success so that we weren't doing things on the fly tomorrow on the live and have it work terribly. And hopefully there will be no surprises. Family's okay, Sue. Thanks. Everybody seems to be healthy. So I appreciate you asking. And hopefully it remains that way. Excited for the weekend with them. I miss them during the week when I'm at work. And so, yeah, appreciate y'all joining tonight. Hope you all have a great evening. And I hope that you all remember that tomorrow is our Friday Night Live. And I hope that we will be able to see all of you there, that you'll join, that you'll share. In the meantime, make sure you're subscribed and hit the notification bell so you get all the notifications for this stream. And I appreciate each one of you. Have a great night.